That's a lovely piece of timing from O'Dowd, flicking off his toes and finding the boundary. It's the end of the over, and the Netherlands have started well here, winning the toss and batting. They're 24 without loss.
Yeah, just McCarthy getting a bit straight there, and one has to wonder. Lovely shot from O'Dowd. He's got some nice balance as he's in good form at the moment. But one has to wonder, you know, McCarthy's a little bit expensive when. And Young obviously just came off a maiden, but will Balbirnie go for maybe a little bit pace off early here in this power play?
Let's have a look at his options here, Pete.
Well, obviously he's got still got Little to have a bowl and in the seam attack, but you've got guys you can bowl some spin in that power play, and I think it's not a bad match up against Mibes especially. Wouldn't be probably a strength of his, and could roll the dice here a little bit. Andy Balbirnie, I think plenty of options with the spin department with Simi Singh, Brian of course, Dockrell himself, Sterling perhaps not, he's more of a part-timer, but always an option. So I think given conditions, taking some pace off the ball here wouldn't be a bad shout.
Josh Little is an exponent of taking the pace off the ball, the left armour. Certainly regarded as a death bowler. I'm sure we'll see him at the back of the innings. But maybe he's an option as well. Very clever bowler, very clever left armour. Interesting to see that strapping on his left elbow. He took part in the Island Wolves tour of Bangladesh in March, and at the end of that tour, he did have a little bit of an elbow niggle. But he's over it now, albeit with that little bit of strapping. Oh, a leading edge. Myberg gets lucky. He's finding the gap between backward point and cover. He'll pick up a single and be grateful to get down to the non-striker's end.
It's well bowled again from Young. He's just plugging away. I think he's summed up conditions quite nicely here. He's hitting back of a length consistently, straight. And you can see that Myberg's just not too sure whether it's going off the surface. And a little bit of luck there for the Dutch opener.
Craig Young picked up 3 wickets in the 3 one-day internationals against Afghanistan that were played in January of this year, all in the final match of that tour, 3 for 61. He'd gone wicketless in the first 4 one-day internationals of the tour, 2 against the UAE and 2 against Afghanistan. Here are the bowling options, plenty of them for Andrew Balbirnie, Peter.
Yeah, as we were saying, they've got obviously the variation of the left armour, 3 seamers, and then the 4 spinners as McCarthy gets another over here.
I guess, Pete, you can understand the faith that Balbirnie's got in McCarthy, because McCarthy has been in red-hot form this season in domestic cricket.
Yeah, of course. He's a proper bowler, and he's looking to shape it back into Myberg, which is obviously pretty tempting for Balbirnie to keep him going. Well, the Netherlands will be pretty happy with the start, of course, Brian. 25 for none in the 7th over represents for them, in recent times in particular, a very good start.